A man accused of shooting at an Arizona state trooper had nearly 24 hours of freedom this week. So as 12 News journalist Sean Rice is learning, his premature release from jail is the result of what they're calling a mishap. So Sean, you're joining us now live in studio to kind of break this down for us. What's going on?
Hey there, Rachel. The Arizona Department of Public Safety says the mistake their detective made is a, quote, administrative error, but it's one that allowed 22-year-old Christopher Mendez to walk out of jail a free man on Wednesday. It was just 6 days after he's accused of firing shots out of his car window at troopers and then crashing into multiple cars. Now, this right here was the scene on the night of November 26th. Court documents say troopers saw Mendez driving over 100 miles an hour on the 202 near Queen Creek. When he failed to stop, the troopers say at least 5 gunshots were then fired by Mendez in their direction. Then at the Williams Field exit, Mendez crashed into multiple innocent cars there. Now, he was then arrested on scene that evening. But after a 2-day stint in a Chandler hospital, Mendez was booked into jail. But 12 News has learned the detective never sent that case to county prosecutors for their reveal. County Attorney Rachel Mitchell's office tells 12 News those documents never came into her office, and the jail was then forced to release Mendez this past Wednesday. Now, a Valley attorney tells me a detective sending the evidence to prosecutors is an extremely important step in the judicial process, and not performing it jeopardizes public safety.
There sounds like there was a ball that was dropped here. It sounds like one hand wasn't speaking to the other hand, and the information wasn't given to the right person to bring the charges here.
Now, after his release, court documents say the detective had to ask a judge for another warrant to then go and rearrest Mendez. He was arrested with the help of Mesa police last night and has since been formally charged. Now, Mendez is now being held in jail on a $250,000 cash-only bond. One of those car crash victims told me this morning they're relieved he is back behind bars and hopes it stays that way. Now, today, DPS declined our request for an interview, and they have not offered any explanation for how or why their detective never sent the case to county prosecutors. Back to you, Rachel.
Wow, how about that? Well, certainly probably not another administrative error on the way for this rearrest in this case. Sean, thanks for following those details for us this afternoon.